is Elizabeth from Gabriel Family Adventures, and today I wanted to share with you our experience using the Tesla service department and kind of how you make an appointment, why we had to make an appointment, and then, the process of dropping off our car and overall how our customer service was. So here we go. We just got our car a little while ago, and I know it's probably better to always hand wash your car, but we had driven in the snow, and so we wanted to go to a car wash to get kind of that deep wash with the undercarriage and all that good stuff. So we go to the car wash and, figured out how to put it into neutral so that you could actually run it through. And as we were leaving the car wash, I was sitting in the passenger seat. All of a sudden, water starts gushing down onto my feet. And I thought, well, that doesn't seem normal. So, we got home, we cleaned it up. We thought, okay, well, what should we do about this? This can't be a common occurrence. I've never, in any car that I've ever owned, have I had that happen before. And so I called up Tesla and I said, what should I do? And they said, oh, go online and book your appointment on the internet. I said, oh, can't I just book it over the phone? They said, no, it's easier that way. We want to keep everything streamlined. So I said, okay. So I logged in and to my account. And so I kind of typed up, what happened to the car. And also I typed up that I would need a rental car and to please contact me back so that I would know, if I was going to have a rental car or not, because we do have one other vehicle, but my husband does need it. And a few days went by. I had set my appointment date for about a week and a half later. So a few days went by and I was kind of waiting for a phone call that never came. But then I got an email with a bunch of clarifying questions. And what I kind of liked about it is it almost seems like they were doing the initial diagnostic work before I even got to the shop so they could kind of plan ahead. So it was some detailed questions about what exactly was going on and also some follow-up about my options for transportation while the car was in the service department. So my options were to either go to Hertz or Enterprise, whoever had, a car available at the time, and it would be fully covered by Tesla, or that they would give me a ride back home, or they would pay for Lyft or Uber to give me a ride back to my house. Came in and dropped my car off at the designated time on designated date that I had set. And what was nice is then the service technician that I was talking to had all of my email back and forth, and so she was able to call a Lyft pretty quickly. I didn't wait in the waiting room very long at all, and she called a Lyft, took me over to Enterprise, and at Enterprise they informed me that because I was coming from Tesla, they try to save some of the more luxury vehicles for Tesla service people. I was personally hoping that I could get the Tesla SUV as a rental car, but that wasn't really an option. So it goes. And so they gave me a Volvo, and it was fine. I definitely missed my electric car and kind of its speediness and get up and go. And what they informed me, which I thought was very nice, is that for whatever length that I would need to have the car, that everything was covered. So if I had to go and put gas in the car, I could just save my receipt and Tesla would pay me back. So everything was covered, and that was really nice. After I left the dealership, I got some follow-up text messages saying where my car was in the process. So when it moved into the more thorough diagnostic queue, I got a text message. And then I got a follow-up call from Enterprise, just checking to make sure everything was good with my rental. And then I got another text message, saying that they were actually able to resolve the issue with the leak very quickly and that I could come and pick up the car the next day. So I only had my rental car for 2 nights. and which was more than enough time because I was missing my Model 3. And then I was able to drive back down to the dealership, and I didn't have to take my rental car over to Enterprise. I just dropped it off with the Tesla Valet Service. They handled everything. I didn't have to do, you know, the walk around to see if there were any dents or anything. I could just drop it off. I walked in, gave them my name, and waited a few minutes. And then they kind of went over what they found out was wrong with the car. And apparently it was an attachment issue when the car was initially put together. They didn't attach something right, so it didn't make a seal. And so that's why there was water gushing down on my feet. And so since that's been resolved, my car is great. It doesn't leak anymore. And overall, I thought the service experience was really positive. I was a little hesitant at first doing a bunch of stuff online and not talking to a real human. But overall, I think by doing everything in kind of a step-by-step way before you even drop off your car, they were able to streamline the process and be more efficient with my service experience. So overall, I'm very happy with it. Everyone at the Tesla dealership service department in Littleton, Colorado was really friendly, prompt, nice, and knew what they were talking about. So I highly recommend, if you're in the Denver metro area, that that's the place that you go to for your Tesla needs, because they're great. And if you have any questions, comments, if this has happened to you before, if your car is leaking, please don't hesitate to put those below, and subscribe to this channel for more product reviews, family adventures, you name it. Have a good one.